From rumor to reality, Taehyung and Jungkook prove they are truly an unbreakable friendship. For months, the global K-pop community has been buzzing with one rumor that refuses to fade away. A rumor so powerful that it has captured the imagination of millions of fans around the world. The possibility of a subunit between two of the most beloved members of Kim, Taehyung and Jungkook. Among fans of BTS, their bond has always felt different. It was never just about being members of the same group. Their chemistry, both on stage and behind the scenes, has been so natural and powerful that fans created a name for their iconic pairing, Taekook. For years, however, everything remained in the realm of speculation. Fan theories, small moments, hidden interactions. But recently something changed. The rumors that once seemed like pure imagination are now starting to look more like a story, unfolding right in front of the world. And what surprises fans the most? Taehyung and Jungkook no longer seem to hide how close they truly are. The beginning of the Taekook subunit rumors. The idea of a Taekook subunit did not appear overnight. In fact, fans have noticed for years that Taehyung and Jungkook share a musical chemistry that is incredibly rare in the K-pop industry. Throughout BTS's long career, the two have often been seen practicing together long after official rehearsals ended, laughing together in quiet corners of the studio, experimenting with vocal harmonies, improvising melodies during sound checks. Music analysts have even described their vocal combination as one of the most intriguing contrasts in modern K-pop. Taehyung possesses a deep, warm baritone voice that carries emotional depth. Jungkook, on the other hand, is known for his stable and versatile vocals capable of delivering both power and delicate emotion. When their voices blend together, the result is something extraordinary, two completely different tones merging into one unforgettable harmony. For producers and music critics, that combination alone could easily become the foundation of a powerful subunit. Still, there was never any official confirmation. Until a single moment inside a rehearsal, studios sparked a wave of speculation once again. The practice room moment that sparked curiosity. Not long ago, a short behind-the-scenes clip began circulating across social media. The footage appeared to come from a rehearsal room used by BTS. It was not an official release, but it quickly caught the attention of fans worldwide. Inside the clip, Taehyung and Jungkook stood in the center of the studio. Music was playing in the background. But what truly caught fans' attention was something unexpected. They were practicing alone. No other BTS members were present. Taehyung seemed to lead the choreography at first, moving with relaxed confidence. Jungkook followed closely, executing each move with sharp precision. After a few seconds, they suddenly stopped and burst into laughter. "Hyung, that move is too fast," Jungkook said, slightly out of breath. Taehyung shook his head with a playful smile. "If it's too easy, you'll get bored." The interaction lasted only a few seconds. But for Taekook fans, it was more than enough. Within hours, the clip spread across the internet like wildfire, gaining millions of views. And one question began appearing everywhere. Were they preparing something together? International media starts paying attention. It didn't take long before international media outlets began discussing the possibility of a Taekook subunit. Some industry analysts even described the potential collaboration as a strategic move that could dominate the global music scene. Why? Because both artists already hold enormous influence worldwide. Taehyung is widely recognized as a global fashion icon, frequently appearing at major events such as Paris Fashion Week. Jungkook, meanwhile, has built a reputation as one of the most powerful performers of his generation, consistently breaking streaming and chart records. Together, their influence could create something unprecedented. Several media outlets even described the potential subunit as one of the most anticipated collaborations in modern K-pop history. A friendship that goes back to the beginning. However, what makes the rumors so compelling is not just the music. It's their friendship. Taehyung and Jungkook have known each other since their trainee days. Back then, Jungkook was still very young, adjusting to the intense world of idol training. Taehyung often became one of the members who made him laugh during difficult practice sessions. Many longtime fans still remember the stories from those early years. Late-night meals after exhausting rehearsals. Playful arguments during dance practice. Moments where Taehyung encouraged Jungkook when he doubted himself. Over time, those moments built a bond that many fans believe is genuine and deeply rooted. Not just co-workers, but two friends who grew up together while chasing the same dream. A new moment that made fans go wild. Weeks after the rehearsal clip went viral, another moment fueled the rumors even further. During a short live stream, Jungkook appeared to be inside a recording studio. The room was dimly lit, with microphones and audio equipment visible behind him. At first, everything seemed normal. Then suddenly, a familiar laugh echoed from somewhere off camera. Fans instantly recognized it. Taehyung. Although he did not appear on screen, his voice could clearly be heard saying, "Don't spoil it." Jungkook immediately turned around and laughed. "Young, I didn't say anything." The live stream lasted only a few minutes. But those few minutes were enough to send the internet into another frenzy. Fans began speculating that the two idols were secretly working on something together. Once again, the phrase Taekook subunit began trending across social media platforms. The internet begins connecting the dots. As days passed after the mysterious studio livestream, the online conversations surrounding Kim Taehyung and Chun Jungkook only grew louder. Fans across platforms began doing what they do best, investigating every small detail. Clips from past concerts resurfaced. Old interviews were reanalyzed. Even behind-the-scenes documentaries from BTS tours suddenly gained renewed attention. Armies noticed something interesting. Whenever the group spoke about creative ideas or music experimentation, Taehyung and Jungkook were often involved in the same conversations. In several past interviews, both artists had hinted that they enjoyed experimenting with different sounds together. At the time, the comments felt casual. Now, fans began to see them as possible clues. Could those conversations have been the beginning of something much bigger? The unique musical chemistry between them. Music critics have long discussed the contrast between the two artists. Taehyung's voice is deep, soulful, and cinematic. Many producers describe it as a tone that naturally carries emotion even with minimal instrumentation. Jungkook's voice, meanwhile, is often described as one of the most technically balanced in K-pop. His control allows him to move easily between powerful belts and soft emotional delivery. When the two voices meet, the result creates a dynamic rarely heard in idol groups. It is not just harmony. It is contrast. A deep baritone paired with a smooth tenor. This contrast creates a layered sound that music producers believe could define a completely new sonic identity if developed into a subunit project. Some industry insiders even speculated that if Taehyung and Jungkook released the project together, it might not follow the typical K-pop formula. Instead, it could blend genres such as alternative pop, R&B, cinematic ballads, experimental electronic sounds. For fans, the possibilities alone were enough to spark excitement. A moment on stage that made fans emotional. Not long after the rumors intensified, another moment began circulating online. It happened during a live concert performance. At one point in the show, Taehyung moved across the stage while singing his part. Jungkook stood nearby, waiting for the next vocal line. As the instrumental softened, the two briefly locked eyes. Taehyung smiled. Jungkook laughed quietly before stepping closer to the microphone. The moment lasted only a few seconds, but thousands of fans captured it on camera. Within hours, compilation videos appeared online with titles like Taekook Moments That Feel Like Destiny, proof that Taehyung and Jungkook understand each other without words. Some might say fans were reading too much into a small interaction. But for longtime RMYs, moments like these had been happening for years. And that consistency is what makes their bond feel real. The behind-the-scenes stories fans love. Many fans also began sharing stories from older BTS documentaries and variety shows. In several episodes, Taehyung was seen encouraging Jungkook during difficult rehearsals. There was one memorable moment during an early BTS tour. Jungkook had been practicing a challenging choreography late at night. The rehearsal room was nearly empty. Taehyung quietly walked in and sat on the floor nearby. He didn't interrupt. He simply watched. After a few minutes, Jungkook stopped dancing and asked with a smile, "Why are you still here, Hyung?" Taehyung shrugged casually. "I was bored, but fans noticed something deeper." He stayed because he wanted Jungkook to know he wasn't alone. Moments like that built the foundation of a friendship that fans continue to admire. A shift in their public dynamic. Recently, observers have noticed a subtle shift in how Taehyung and Jungkook interact in public appearances. During group interviews, they often sit next to each other. At fashion events or award ceremonies, they sometimes exchange quick comments that make each other laugh. Even small gestures like Jungkook adjusting a microphone for Taehyung during a performance rehearsal have not gone unnoticed. None of these actions confirm a subunit project, but they reinforce the idea that their friendship remains strong and visible. For fans, that alone is meaningful. The global power of Taekook. From a cultural perspective, the Taekook phenomenon is fascinating. Millions of fans from different countries follow their interactions closely. Social media analytics show that whenever Taehyung and Jungkook appear together in a clip or photo, engagement levels skyrocket. Trending topics related to them often dominate global discussions. This kind of influence is extremely rare. It demonstrates not only their popularity as individual artists, but also the emotional connection fans feel toward their friendship. In many ways, Taekook represents something bigger than a simple pairing. It symbolizes the journey of two young artists who grew up together under the spotlight. What industry experts are saying. Some entertainment analysts believe that if a Taekook subunit were ever officially announced,